Welcome back. Today we are shifting gears. We've covered the what and the how, but I want to talk about the so what. Many people think valuation is just a mechanical checklist, but the more I look at these processes, the more it feels like an investigative art form. So let's get critical. When you're defining the problem in step 1, isn't there a risk that the client's intended use subtly pressures the valuer to find a certain number?
That is a very sharp observation. This is where the expert must become a judge. If a client wants a valuation for a loan, they naturally want a high number to get more credit. If they want it for taxation, they want it low. This is why step 1, identifying the intended user, is a shield for the professional. We must explicitly state that the value is for this purpose only. If I value a property for an insurance claim and the client tries to use that same report to sell the house, it is a disaster. The insurable value ignores the land, while market value is all about the land.
Right. So the problem definition isn't just a formality. It's a legal boundary. But let's talk about the data in step 3. In India, market data can be, let's say, opaque. Real-world transaction prices are often different from what's on the registered deed. How do you find the truth when the data itself is hiding something?
This is the street wisdom of valuation. You cannot rely only on the registered documents. You must do primary research. You talk to local brokers, you look at the ask versus bid spreads, and you look at the physical and economic characteristics. If a building is half empty but the owner says it's worth a fortune, the economic characteristics tell a different story. The data isn't just the numbers, it's the geographical and economic context. Is the neighborhood actually developing or is it just hype? A valuer must be a detective who cross-verifies every comparable property.
So you're looking for the logic behind the noise. Now about step 4, highest and best use. This feels like the most subjective part. One person's financially feasible is another person's too risky. How do you stay objective when you're literally predicting the future use of a site?
It is not a guess, it is a test. We apply 4 strict filters. Is it physically possible? Can the soil hold a 50-story building? Is it legally permissible? Does the local FSI/FAI allow it? Is it financially feasible? Will the rent cover the construction cost? And finally, is it maximally productive? Many valuers skip the site as vacant analysis, but sometimes the building on the land is actually reducing the value. If the land is more worth as a parking lot than with an old crumbling shop on it, then the building has negative contribution. That is a hard truth for many owners to hear.
That's a fascinating point. The negative contribution of an existing structure. It completely flips the idea that all development adds value. Now looking at step 6, reconciliation. The map says you review and check for consistency. To me, this sounds like the valuer trying to justify their gut feeling. Is it?
It is the opposite. It is the sanity check. Suppose the cost approach tells me the building is worth 10 crores, but the income approach, that is the rent, says it's only worth 6 crores. I have a 4 crore gap. Why? Maybe the market is oversupplied, that is the income is low, or maybe the construction was inefficiently expensive, that is the cost is high. Reconciliation is about asking why the numbers don't match. We don't just take an average, we weight the approach that had the most quality and quantity of data. If it's a shopping mall, the income approach gets the most weight. If it's a unique temple or a school, the cost approach takes the lead.
So reconciliation is where the story of the property finally comes together. It's where you explain the discrepancies rather than hiding them.
Exactly. And that leads to the final value opinion. It is an opinion, yes, but it is a reasoned opinion. When I hand over that report of value in step 7, I am not just giving a number. I am giving a logical argument that should hold up even if a rival valuer or a government auditor looks at it.
It's about being defensible, not just accurate. Because accuracy in a shifting market is a moving target, but a logical process is permanent. Sir, this critical look has been eye-opening. Valuation isn't just about the math, it's about the judgment behind the math.
Very well said. The calculator gives you a number, but the valuer gives you the truth.